Hi.
Hello.
Howdy.
And welcome to Talking with Kitties. Episode number, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
8, maybe?
I mean, do we count the playing games?
I don't. I count those as a separate thing.
Okay.
So the game nights are episode 1 and 2.
8-ish?
8-ish. We'll go with 8-ish. Welcome to episode 8-ish.
Yeah. Where we're going to talk about...
No, we don't know.
We're not really sure.
We're not sure. She is girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. He's boyfriend. I guess that's important.
This is Talking with Kitties.
Yeah.
And we currently have all of the kitties.
All 3 kitties down here.
Exploring.
I'm not sure why. It's not like they're not allowed down here.
Earlier this week, I kind of changed everything a little bit, cleaned up a little bit, made more room. So they're probably just investigating. They can tell that everything's off by like 3 inches.
Yeah, but they can come down here literally anytime they want to.
Yeah, but they don't because we're not down here.
That's
They don't
true.
come down here when I'm down here because it's too loud.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
But yeah, this is probably like the first time that they've been down here since I redid everything. So they're checking everything out, trying to figure out if the drums are set up correctly for their solos and so forth.
Nice. So they watched me come down and went, okay, he's not going to be doing drums. It's safe to go down when Mama's there.
Yeah, it's not going to be exceptionally loud.
I don't know. I can get kind of loud.
It's true, but we'll see. That's it's always more entertaining when it's loud down here.
It's true.
Always.
It's very true.
But yeah, we had Bubs over there checking out Gizzard's food dish because that's what he does. And Finnegan's chilling out in front of the door to the laundry room.
Probably going to be checking out fishes soon.
Gizzard's about halfway up the steps staring at Finnegan.
So speaking of food and Gizzard.
Yes. Yes. Food and Gizzard.
So we don't have a whole lot of updates about the kitties or our lives. We're kind of been just boring. We have an update on the bad little kitten cat.
Bad kitten cat.
So the other night, I made the big fish tank is blinking.
Oh, yeah, that light. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that. It's been doing that off and on. It
freaked me out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw flashing over there and went, what is going on?
It's slowly getting worse. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to do something about it.
Probably going to have to buy another bulb.
It's very horror movie-esque down here when it's doing it, though. Especially with that big orange
So
fish.
It freaked me out, like right out of the corner of my eye. I saw it blinking, and I'm like, what is going on? Sorry.
Yeah. Once it warms up, it should be okay. But yeah, it's a thing it's been doing.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, well, back to the story. So I made Aaron dinner the other night.
Not So Sloppy Joe's, the most amazing thing in the world. Let's talk about Not So Sloppy Joe's.
Okay, so Not So Sloppy Joe's. First of all, I make my own Sloppy Joe meat. I do not buy the canned sauce for Sloppy Joe meat. Because I learned from your sister, who is a phenomenal cook.
Phenomenal.
And I probably don't add as much stuff in it that she does.
It's still good.
Yeah. So I literally just brown the ground beef and then ketchup, spicy mustard, and brown sugar. That's all it is.
It's so good.
And he loves it. So to make Not So Sloppy Joe's, it's not so sloppy because it's in a pocket. So you get Grand's biscuits and you flatten each of the Grand's biscuits out. So there's 8 in a pack. So you flatten out 8 of the biscuits and then you scoop some of the Not So Sloppy Joe meat into the center of the biscuit, sprinkle cheese on it. I typically use mozzarella cheese, but you can use whatever cheese you want. And then you wrap the sides up, or you put the sides up to meat. And I'm showing, but no one can see me. You like pinch the the sides.
She's doing this.
Yeah, I'm doing. Thanks, babe. So I pinch the sides so it literally turns into like a pocket.
We didn't do the Grand's biscuits this time, though, did we? We did the sweet Hawaiian roll.
They're
things.
still Grand's biscuits.
Yeah.
But they're normally I get just the original Grand's biscuits. And this time when we were at the store, he went with me and he saw that they have sweet Hawaiian roll Grand biscuits. And he's like, "Can we try those?"
I want those.
And I'm like, "Sure." So
I love those things. Those little sweet Hawaiian rolls.
You said that this turned out really good, right?
It was really good.
So
that little bit of sweetness to offset the little bit of bite to the meat it was perfect. It was so good. And it was a little less flaky than the other stuff.
Oh, okay.
It was more bready, and
okay.
I like that.
You would prefer that, yeah. So
I really liked it. So.
Good.
Anyways,
and I'm saying this though too, as I'm asking him questions because I don't eat them. They're too sweet for me.
She doesn't like things that are good or fun, and these are both
good, fun, or sweet.
Yeah.
So I typically it's my go-to for him whenever I'm either like going out for the evening and need to make him dinner, or if I want like soup or something.
Or if she has a couple days planned where she's gonna be gone because they refrigerate and reheat really well.
Really well.
So she usually makes like 7 or 8 of them, and I'll eat like 2 or 3 to a clip, and that'll give me like
a couple days worth.
Yeah. So
well, that's typically how it works.
I had a little help last week.
So they came out of the oven. I plated 2 for Aaron and took them to him. He was actually playing video games that night with my brother, so I brought him the food.
Plated means she put them on a plate. I just figured out what plated mean like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's
She
how my
plated it.
mom
Yeah.
says when you're serving food, like you plate it, you put it on the plate that you're going to be eating.
You played it. It makes sense once I knew about it. I was really confused.
That you didn't know what plated meant.
I'm not
So
smart.
I plated him. I got him his plate. I brought it upstairs to him so he could eat his dinner. And then I had made myself soup. So I got myself a bowl of soup. And then I went in to the living room and was watching trashy reality TV shows.
Yeah,
because it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my like.
I was upstairs shooting bugs with your brother.
It's one of my guilty pleasures to just sit and zone out and have trashy reality TV on.
And that's why it's okay, because you zone out. If you were like invested in it.
No, I'm not invested in it at all. Like I couldn't tell you. Like I can tell you that person's a douchebag. That person's kind of cool. Like I kind of like them, but that's about all I can tell you because I really don't care. It's just kind of background noise and I don't have to focus on it. So I was sitting, finished my soup and went, you know what? I made quite a bit of soup. I'm going to go. Oh, by the way, it was my parents' homemade chicken broth. So it was so good.
I don't eat it.
He hates
I don't
soup.
like it.
It's not that you don't like it. You just don't like soup, period.
Yeah, I don't like soup,
If you ate soup, you would love it. So I went in to get another bowl and I heard cement pause, funk, boom, and Gizzard bolted out of the kitchen and bolted down the steps to the basement. And I knew in that moment that I was not going to be pleased with her. So I walked in and one of the not so sloppy Joes had a huge bite out of it, meaning she had been sitting nibbling and then it had like little nibble bites, like little like teeth marks. Gizmo had eaten about a quarter of one, maybe an eighth of one.
A good bit. A good chunk.
You should make that like when you
I'll put
post
the picture
this,
up.
you have to put the picture up.
You'll have to send me the picture. I don't have a picture of it.
Okay. I did post it on my Instagram. I don't know if anybody follows me, but we'll make sure to post it because it was so I just grabbed the entire tray and walked upstairs to Aaron and went, look what your kitten did.
I was real confused.
And he's like, what? And I'm like, no, look. And I pointed at the particular one and he went, oh my goodness. I'm like, yeah.
She just wanted to help me eat my dinner.
That was your kid.
She's super helpful.
And we've mentioned before, she likes to help you eat your dinner a lot because when I make hamburger helper and it sits out, she loves hamburger helper.
Yeah, she gets up.
She's tried spaghetti.
Clean out the bowl. And yeah, she's real bad. She's the littlest one and she was never food motivated. Until like 2 years ago. Yeah. And now she's just anything. She wants to eat everything.
She's worse than Bosco because Bosco will not jump up on counters. He knows better.
Well, he's just fat. He used to.
Well, I think, he probably
just
just can't.
He has a hard time getting up out of bed.
Does he really?
You've heard him thunk.
Yeah, but he's always thunked.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means he has trouble. I don't want to think about that. Huh? He's fine.
He's fine. Ba-da-bum, 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 bum-bum, ba-da-bum, 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 bum-bum, ba-da-bum, 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 bum-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum-bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Now that's going to be stuck in my... So I woke up this morning with, as usual, the Nightmare Before Christmas stuck in my head. This is Halloween. Because that's what I wake up with stuck in my head on weekends lately. I don't know why. Dun, 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 dun. And then during breakfast, it somehow switched to a whole new world from Aladdin.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but
there's a whole lot of singing about...
So much singing, but of course not the actual song.
Words, not the actual words.
No.
One was about kittens. It's often about kittens. Yes.
And then you tried to sing a song about me, but it did not work at all.
It did not work at all. I was trying and you were real confused and I think slightly angry.
I mean, not really angry, but pretend angry.
Definitely confused.
Very confused.
And then there was a song about peeing.
Yep.
All of it to A Whole New World.
All of it in the tune of A Whole New World. Yep.
So, and now it's back in my head again, so there's probably going to be more of that.
A Whole New World again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, speaking of songs in your head.
Speaking of songs in... not my head.
Not your head, just in people's heads.
General heads.
Yes, in general heads. We lost a subscriber.
Yes. As we had a feeling it was going to happen.
We did. We lost a subscriber this week. It's my mama.
Sorry, Mama.
If you're listening, but you did say you weren't going to listen anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got a message. I almost don't want to read the message only because then I will be saying it again, but it made me really laugh. So just out of the blue the other night, I got a text message from my mom. Okay, I can't listen to your podcast anymore. It's a small world and Green Acres. Ugh. And then she said, you and Shay were just little and Boom may have been a teeny tiny baby at that point. And I just sent a laughing emoji and said, sorry, Mama. She said, well, you guys do make me laugh. But so we lost a subscriber. Mama's not going to listen anymore. There you go, Mama. You can get that stuff.
Dun, 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 dun. This goes on at our house all the time.
All the time.
All the time. And it's not always Nightmare Before Christmas,
Nope,
but
nope.
yeah, there's always a song going on in my head, and I
Occasionally
usually share it.
Occasionally it just
Mhm.
comes out.
Occasionally.
Not occasionally. Every day it just
All
comes
the
out.
time, constantly. This is what she lives with.
I do, and I like it.
Sometimes it gets ridiculous.
It's always ridiculous.
Nah, just once in a while. It's usually very normal.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, it's normal for me now.
yeah. What would you do if it wasn't happening? You'd just be bored.
I would be confused and think something was wrong with you.
You'd be bored and be like, it's too quiet.
Yeah, no, and I've done that.
Mhm.
So I get it. I'm not complaining
Mhm.
at all.
So not last week, the weekend before, we had our venture out.
Yes.
And we talked about that a little bit. And then earlier this week, we had another venture out.
Yeah.
We had issues with a product that we got on the beginning weekend. So Wednesday was a beautiful day out. A little chilly, but beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So she took a half day and we went trucking on back down to town to do some returns and stuff. And we won't get into the...
Oh, I kind of want to get into it.
Okay, go ahead. Get into it.
I'm not gonna say brands.
We're
or
going to
anything.
name names.
No, we're not.
Okay.
So I had purchased a purse, and it was a very expensive purse because I have expensive
It
taste.
wasn't a very expensive
okay,
purse.
no,
it
it wasn't.
moderately expensive
It was a moderately expensive purse. I have purchased more expensive purses.
Yes.
And there are some that I would never touch. So
Yes.
it was a moderately expensive
Moderately
purse.
expensive.
And let's put it this way, it comes with its own dust bag. So that tells you that it's moderately expensive. Because when brands do that.
And the dust bag didn't even have dust in it.
I know, right?
So, I mean, what were you even
First
paying
red
for?
flag
Yeah,
right there.
right there. No dust in the dust bag. What are we even doing?
Okay, so I purchased the bag. We get it home. I don't immediately switch to the bag because when I walk to work, I use like a big
kind of like a messenger bag.
Kind of like a messenger bag just to keep all of my things in it. And
yeah,
like
I
throw my lunch and a bottle of water and everything in it. So I wasn't going to need an actual purse until the weekend. So I was going out last weekend and decided, I'm going to switch my purse over. I tried to switch the purse over. One of the buttons completely broke off of the purse. Mm-hmm. Completely, pulled completely off.
One of the strap buttons. So the strap, it was a crossbody, and the strap had two buttons on each side that held the strap onto it. You were supposed to be able to remove it and then switch it over. It had a lanyard, like a wristlet on it too, so you were able to remove the strap and put the wristlet on, which was shown to us as a feature to sell it.
Yes.
And she was like, oh, look, those are just buttons here. You can pop these off, and then you can put the wristlet on there, see how it is a wristlet, and blah, 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 blah.
I think it was also to make the strap longer if you needed. Yeah. Then you could only have with a one button. And it was a neat feature of the purse. A very cool feature of the purse.
And one of the buttons broke.
One of the buttons completely broke off when we were trying to take the strap off.
Pulled right out.
So I was very disappointed. Poor Aaron was very upset.
I'm the one that did it.
He's the one that suggested, hey, why don't you switch this out? And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, that's a great idea. And then he's the one that had that side.
I was pulling on it. I was like, this seems way too tight.
Yeah,
they all were really good, tight, but it seems way too tight. And
it
pulled right out.
So I was really bummed. He was bummed. So
everybody
when I took everybody was bummed. So when I took the half day, I'm like, can we just go back and return it? Because at that point I was just frustrated. I had spent a lot of money. I didn't want to have to. Oh, I got a hold of their customer warranty information, and they basically said, well, you can mail it back to us and we can try to fix it or send you a new one, but you have to pay for shipping.
It's going to be 6 to 8 weeks.
And it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks until we, figure things out. Or you can just take it back to the store you purchased it at. And I went, well, I'm going to just go back to the store I purchased it at. Yeah. So
that's what we did.
And they were like, well, we have this same purse in black if you would like to, because I had bought the brown purse. If you would like to just switch out. I don't have a crossbody that's black. That'll be perfect. We'll just do that. So then we get out to the car and I'm like, you know what? Just in case.
We were on our way out and I'm like thinking it. It's like
he's thinking it. I said it and he's like, yep, that's exactly what I was going to tell you. So we sit in the car and I start pulling them off. And the first two came off so nice and easy. He's like, oh, good. This one looks like it's going to be much better. Exact same snap that broke on the last one. I went to pull it. Popped it right off.
Right off. Same
So
thing.
we went trucking right on back to the store and I walked up to the associates and went, you're not going to believe this, but it just happened again. And they're like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And then the woman's like, so we can order you another one or are you just giving up on it? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm giving up on it. Give me my money back.
She kind of got where it was coming from. She's like, are you just done with this? Like,
yeah, we're just done. She didn't say it like mean. Like she wasn't are you just going to be done with it? Yeah, she was like, I think at that point she knew I was frustrated. I think she was frustrated because
probably. You're representing evaluating this company and trying to talk them up, and you got two
And then you
persons
have
that
two
break the
persons that
exact
break
same way.
exact same way, exact
Yeah.
same spot.
She's just like, "Are you just done with this?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're just done with this."
So now I have a credit on my Macy's card.
So.
Oh darn! I'll have to buy another purse.
Oh no!
Just not from that brand for a while.
Oh
I'm
no!
just not pleased.
You said before you didn't have good luck with that brand.
I didn't.
So.
I've bought. Well, it wasn't that I didn't have good luck with it. So I've purchased.
Well, you didn't have good luck with it this time.
No, I did not. Prior to this one, I purchased 3 other bags from that company, and I returned 2 of the 3. The one was really, really, really. It's a leather bag. It was a really like hard leather, and it just didn't. It like scratched my shoulder, like my neck, and I just couldn't do it. So I returned that one, and then the other one. It was one of those situations where the person that was with me tried to convince me that it was an awesome person. I loved it. And the sales associate was right there. They were all like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I wasn't loving it, but I'm like, okay. So I kind of like, because I'm a people pleaser. So I bought it, and then I got in the car and went, I really didn't want this purse. And they're like, well, take it back because it's really expensive.
Yeah.
So then I went in and took it back because I had bought 2 that day. So I kept the one. I still have the one, and I love that one. I think I'm just done with that brand.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. And then I went on an excursion by myself this week too.
I'm so proud of you.
I went out into the people places
You did.
by myself.
The major people places. You
Yeah.
went to Walmart.
I went to Walmart, abandon all hope, all ye who enter here. I wanted to. So this is so us. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Was it last week or was it the week before? This amazing girl that I know told me that I needed to learn how to leave stuff well enough alone instead of trying to fix everything that isn't broken.
It was last week.
Yeah. In that vein, and by in that vein, I mean completely disregarding that statement.
Yep.
I decided I needed to redo my monitor setup upstairs. I tried to do it before. I got 2 monitors, a big 34-inch ultra wide and a smaller, I think it's 22-inch second monitor. I tried getting, my desk is really close to the wall. I tried getting hydraulic arms and it didn't work because they couldn't move where they needed to. So I got the idea of just a standard mount because the hydraulic arms are nice because you can move everything. But I don't move anything. I get it set where I want it and I don't move it. So I was like, I don't need these features. All I need is like a basic one that's going to hold everything up and free up all of this desk space. And somebody I know just happens to have a monitor stand similar to that, but only for a single monitor.
Yep.
So I wanted to see if it would work. So there I am borrowing a monitor stand because that's a normal thing that normal people do.
I'm in the middle of work and I get a text message. Girlfriend, can I borrow your monitor stand?
No.
Oh, you didn't ask?
It's worse. Yeah, I didn't ask.
Oh, okay.
You got a text message saying, girlfriend, I did borrow your monitor stand.
Yeah, you're right.
The one that I bought for you.
The one that you bought specifically for me, you borrowed.
I borrowed. So I did a dry fit of everything, and everything worked really well. And I was like, hey, this is really nice. I could really get down with this. All I need is a dual monitor stand with monitor arms like this. And I started doing some looking on Amazon. I was like, and I was like, oh, do I want to do this? Do I want to order one and then have it come in and then try it? Because they had like different lengths and different this and that. And I was up with the tape measure and shit and everything, trying to figure out where everything was going to go. And I was like, well, wait, Walmart's been making a bigger push into computer stuff and gamer stuff. Let's see. And they had one. They had one that was the exact same size. So I was super brave. I went to Walmart by myself.
I'm really proud. It sounds silly, but he doesn't do things like this on his own.
So I went into Walmart and I went back and found the spot with the monitor stands, and there were none. It was just an empty shelf.
But the app told you there were some.
The app said that they were there. They said it was same day delivery.
Okay, so it's definitely there.
Found one of the associates, and I was like, yeah, the site says that you have it. The shelf is empty. He's like, oh, here, let me check the stock. And he went over and scanned it with his thing. And he's like, it says we have 2 on hand. It doesn't say we have any in storage. So there's 2 somewhere in here. He's like, they could be in a cart. They could not be. It could be anywhere. You might want to check back by the TV mount. Maybe somebody put them back there by mistake. So I wandered on back to the TV mounts, and boom, there they were, sitting just on the wrong shelf. So I snagged it.
I didn't ask you this, but did you tell him, or did you take the other one and put it where it belonged? See, I would have done that.
I thought about it, but I was just.
You were out in public.
I was out in public, and I was like, oh, man, I did all of this for nothing. They don't even have the monitor stand that I want. But I had a whole plan laid out, because at Walmart had it, so I could go over and I could get it, and I could bring it home. This was Thursday. And I could bring it home, try setting everything up, and if everything worked, good. If it didn't work, then on Friday, whenever I went to pick up groceries, I could return it. No mailing anything, no printing out things or anything like I would have to with Amazon. It would just be really easy. And then I got out there, I was like, I did this for nothing. I ventured out into the world for for nothing.
But then you found it.
But then I found it. So I was just so relieved that I thought about it later that I should have carried it over and put it, but I didn't.
It's okay.
So I just ran over and grabbed a giant Bowser toy and ran to checkout.
So a backstory about the Bowser toy because it was entertaining. We had gone, I don't even know why we had gone to Walmart because normally I order things for pickup and we don't go in.
We had gone for something specific.
Yeah, we had to go to Walmart for something specific.
What did we go to Walmart for?
And we went and I decided I wanted to get a cat verse pickle toy. Yeah. Oh, and then I got my little squishy. He's so
axolotl.
Cute. My axolotl.
Yes.
He's so cute. But while we were there and I was looking for the cat verse pickle toy, he saw this giant Bowser toy.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. And he's like, girlfriend, look at this. And I'm like, you can get it if you want. I'm literally here buying toys. If you want a toy, get it. And he's like, no. I'm not going to get it.
So Thursday I got it.
So Thursday I didn't know he was out shopping. I just get a picture of the monitor stand and the big Bowser toy sitting in the back seat of the Jeep.
Oh no, that was a shotgun. It was right beside me.
It was shotgun.
Yes.
Okay, it was shotgun.
Yes,
It just says, I can't be trusted when I'm alone.
In my defense, I was left unsupervised. You did not put anybody in charge whenever you left Thursday morning.
I didn't, you're right.
So everybody was running amok. And my running amok is going and buying Bowser toys, apparently, for future reference.
That doesn't sound right. You don't go out in public.
I don't. It was really weird. Yeah, I survived. And the monitor stand worked really well.
Yeah, he really likes it. It looks really good.
It opened up so much desk space.
There's so much room for activities.
So much room for activities. So I just filled that with my Switch. That's a whole other story. But yes.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It does. I'm really happy with it.
And then he proceeded to play Mario Kart.
Oh, so yesterday.
Because he loves Bowser.
I didn't even play as Bowser because
No,
it was Mario
Bowser
Day.
sucks. He's the worst character.
Just because he's so heavy.
Him and Donkey Kong are the worst.
Because they're so heavy.
I know.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people can do it and win playing
because
them.
they don't get knocked anywhere. That's the thing. You have to drive differently, but the other characters don't knock you. Because I would usually play Dry Bones. Now the problem, Dry Bones was so light, you get knocked all over the place. So you have to avoid people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But you can just hit into people and it doesn't do a dang thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you have to play vicious.
Yeah, you have to play aggressive.
Yeah, that's not me at all.
Yeah, yesterday was Mario Day, March 10th.
Yeah, MAR10 looks like Mario. I had no clue and I was like, what? Oh.
Yeah, in honor of Mario Day, I played Mario Kart last night and I played
horribly
as Mario. Yeah.
Sorry.
I did play horribly. I played as Mario with the base Mario Kart.
Oh.
And I haven't played in years. And it was bad. It was so bad. I think the best I did, I played for an hour. I don't know how many courses I did, but I think the best I came in was like 7th place.
Ooh.
It was real bad.
That's odd because you're really good at Mario.
Yeah, I couldn't remember anything about anything.
Were you playing on the Switch?
Yeah.
The one that we own?
What do you mean?
The Mario Kart that we own, or did you buy a new one?
No,
I didn't know if they had a new one or not.
No. They're still doing 8.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still doing 8. They're just releasing more tracks and stuff for it.
Oh, cool.
So you can get like an online booster pass or something, season pass. I don't know, something like that. But it's like $30 and they had like 4 different updates to it, I guess, with more
neat.
tracks and more racers and everything. But I haven't gotten that yet because I haven't been playing it. But I've been eyeing it up.
If you're not going to play, then there's no point in getting it. But if you're going to start actually playing.
Yeah, but it also comes.
I want to play now too, though.
Right?
I do.
It's so much fun.
I love Mario Kart.
But they have that online, the expansion pass thing online. And you get all that with the expansion pass with some other stuff.
Oh, neat.
But we never signed up for it because whenever it first came out, I was like, this isn't much. I'm not going to use it. But they're adding more.
But now they're adding more,
so
so it might actually be worth it.
I don't think it's worth it yet. Not for us, but it might be down the
line.
road. Yeah. They just added a bunch of Game Boy Advance and N64 titles that you can play through the expansion pass, and we might have to look into.
We might have to look into that.
And also in other Nintendo, was it today? I don't know if it's sometime real soon. If it hasn't happened already, the 3DS and Wii U shops are shutting down, so you won't be able to access those. Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't think we downloaded too much from those stores.
No, we didn't, but still.
Yep, it's all shut down.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, end of an era.
Does that mean like Wii U is no longer?
I mean, you can still play anything that's on it. You can still play physical games, but you can't go to the store and download digital titles anymore. Same with the 3DS. You can still play anything that we have.
That's really old, but all right. Huh.
Yeah,
it's sad though. It's literally like an end of an era.
Yeah.
But they're bringing back N64 games.
Right? Yeah.
What does that tell you?
They want to capitalize on it?
It's nostalgia though.
Oh,
it's
yeah, absolutely.
Stuff.
Oh, that's what Nintendo does. Nintendo's whole business model is nostalgia.
100%. And it's smart because really smart. It's good stuff. They make good stuff.
They do. It's really entertaining stuff that's easily accessible.
I was going to say not easy.
No,
it's not easy, but easily accessible.
They're the masters at games that are really easy to pick up, but really hard to master.
Yes.
That's their thing.
Yeah, it's real fun. I like it a lot. Hi, Bubba. would you like to say something to the podcast? Do you think they heard it?
I doubt it. I barely heard it. Scratch his butt. He loves it.
No, I'm not going to force. No, but I literally looked at him and said, do you want to say something to the podcast? And then I was just getting ready to say, no, I guess nothing. And he meowed.
Getting my head scratched.
He is getting head scratches.
Oh, buddy, that tail. That tail is the worst.
I thought he was going to pull something down.
I did too.
I was concerned. There was a Finnegan on the cat. Oh, I can't look that way.
Why?
That blinking light is going to drive me insane, and it freaks me out every time. I'm like, what is wrong?
Staring at it.
I know, you're staring. I can't look at it. It bothers me.
Are we doing pegboard today? We don't have to.
We do. I told you we could if you went to the store with me. Can we take a nap first?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I have the laundry room wall. The wall that separates this side of the basement from the laundry room was only finished on one side, which is this side. And then the other side was just open studs. And I always wanted to get outlets put in there because I have a table set up over there and just outlets and a light and a whole little work area. And then I wanted to close the wall in. I got Paul to run all of the power and everything a couple years ago. And then we got one sheet of pegboard and kind of put it up. I was both happy with it and unhappy with it. And I've been wanting to redo the pegboard for a while. And then while we were out last weekend, we stopped at Lowe's, picked up the pegboard. Now it's just a matter of putting it up, cutting out the outlets.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad at all.
It's just one of those things that's like,
yeah. No, I totally get it. I'm with you. The pegboard's sitting in the middle of the laundry room completely in the road on purpose.
So we do it.
Yeah, because if I tuck it back someplace, I'll just keep putting it off. But if it's sitting in the road, it's like, we got to do something with this. So every night that I get Gizzard watered, it's like, I got to do something with this.
No,
I got laundry in the dryer too from yesterday. I got to do that too. I totally forgot about that.
We'll fluff it when we're done. We don't
fluff it.
Whoa.
I was going to grab it, and then I got into the drum stream and then got sidetracked with new toys, and it was just,
It's what happened.
Yeah. Yep. The drum stream went really well. That was nice.
I feel bad. I forgot that it was Friday, so I didn't watch.
You forgot it was Friday? You forgot that
I forgot that you do them on Friday.
I think this was the
I'm not,
third week.
Yeah, I'm not used to it yet. I'm not, and it's hard for me because
you're at work.
I'm at work, so if I'm
and you're not in the office type of environment where you can watch
pay attention to what time it is all the time, and I'll be stuck doing things. And I just happened to that one day. I don't watch YouTube at work, but when I get bored with listening to music, I'll just turn something on YouTube and like turn my phone or like put my phone down, and then I just have it playing in my headphones. So I just like listen to whatever's going on. Because I need something. And it's because of you, I swear. Like, we always have music or something playing. But sometimes I don't know what I want to listen to. And so I just pick a random YouTuber and just kind of like have it set to play. And then I just listen to whatever they're talking about or zone out and don't listen, but it's still playing. And that one day a YouTube video had stopped and I'd gotten a notification that you were live. So that's how I caught that one.
Playing them drums. Woo! So the week before I had done 2:00 and didn't get much. And this week I was going to start at 2:30. And I was all proud of myself because I came out here in the morning and double checked everything, double checked all the settings, the cameras and everything. So I had moved the foot cam off to the side. So I had to redo the lighting. So I got all that situated hours.
Okay.
Hours prior. All right, everything's good. I came down and everything was not good.
Oh no.
So I had to do a couple of really quick fixes because I'd been doing network stuff in the house last weekend.
Yes.
And this week I figured out that everything was messed up. So everything that was connected to everything else could no longer find everything else. The network names got screwed up. The whole Sonos system was missing. That was yesterday morning. I was like getting all that back. And that was, I
Is
struggled.
that why I couldn't find the TV the other day?
No, that was not.
I could find the TV. I knew where the TV was. I wanted to stream to the TV.
That might have been part of it because I was dicking around with the Sonos yesterday morning for like an hour. And then I was really confused as to why it wasn't finding a network. And then I came down here and reset the router. Boop. Everything came back up. So I don't know, but everything came back up. But resetting the router and then the TV wasn't turned back on after I reset the router. So the TV had never reconnected. So that's why you couldn't find the TV last night. Yeah. But yeah, because of all of that fuckery, the tablet, which I use as a remote for the laptop, lost the laptop.
Oh.
To get them connected back together, you have to type in a password. And every time it gives me that password, there's a letter. And I'm never sure if the letter is a capital I or a lowercase L.
Gotcha.
And there was a J. Okay. And it looked like it was an uppercase J, but it was a lowercase J. It's real bad. It's really annoying. But I got it. It was good.
Good.
And then the chat wasn't working on the remote, but I just winged it and went without it. But I finally got there. I got it there. But yeah,
So when did you What time did you end up starting?
2:30ish,
Oh, okay.
somewhere in there.
I saw you had more views
Yeah,
than...
it did better. It did better than the other one. So I might start doing it 2:30, 3 o'clock, somewhere in there, a little bit later in
Yeah.
the day. But all of my afternoon streams do so well because people in offices that are bored.
People are working and like it's good background noise. I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds bad. Sorry, but
like,
it is.
it
Like,
is. But even the games and everything, like whenever I play the games, certain games do so much better during the week in the afternoon. If I do them in the evening or on the weekend, I get nothing. But if I do them in the afternoon, I get more. And Andrew said the same thing. He said that he's noticed like on his days off during the week, whenever he streams or does something, he gets way better.
It's just easier to watch or listen to it while you're at work than it is. Like when you're at home on the weekends, you're getting stuff done, you're doing things, you're not...
Or the people that are watching streams are playing games themselves, so they're not watching streams.
True.
I was trying to think of games that would work well with someone who had it as background.
Not the last game.
No, that worked really well for everybody.
Really?
That wasn't you.
Ugh.
That's just because you're not invested in that game at all.
So bad.
Yeah.
He was like, girlfriend, I'm going to show you this video and you're going to watch my play along and tell me if you find it entertaining or interesting at all, because I am not a gamer at all. And I started watching it and like maybe 3 minutes in, I went, yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, she had no idea what was going on.
And I love you and I would have watched it, but you wanted my honest opinion. And I'm like, yeah, I would not watch this.
And I was still figuring out the game too, so
I
it
would
wasn't
not
very
watch
entertaining.
this. I would not listen to this. I would go, nerp.
It was just me grumbling, going, I don't know what's going on. What's happening? What's this? What? This is so much fun, but
It seems like a lot of people like that game. I just was
not for you.
Not for me to watch at all.
I have a couple of friends that claim they're not gaming people or not interested in gaming. So I always like to make them watch the gaming stuff, because if it entertains them,
then it's
entertaining.
Can be entertaining for anybody. It's not just a gamer thing. And you trust my opinion, but at the same time, I am your girlfriend, and I think you think that
You're biased.
I am a little biased.
You're absolutely biased.
I try not to be, but I am a little bit. But like that one, I was like, no, I'm not even like, this is stupid. Not stupid.
Yeah.
It just was boring. It was not my thing at all.
We also found Torchlight 2 on the Switch for $5.
We still haven't played it yet. But
We haven't played it yet, but we got it. We played Torchlight 2 together on PC back in the day when it first came out.
Was it PC?
It was PC.
Oh, wow.
And we had a lot of fun with it.
Then I was thinking of the other game then. I don't remember Torchlight at all.
You were thinking Diablo 3.
I was thinking Diablo 3.
Yeah, that was on the Xbox.
That was because we played that on the TV.
Yeah, Diablo 3, Xbox. We got it. She's like, yeah, I'll play with you. Yeah. And we got it.
I had a lot of fun.
We got it and we played it. It was great. We got through.
And we beat it.
We got through the first thing on normal mode.
We beat the game.
And she wouldn't play anymore.
Because we beat the game.
We unlocked the next difficulty. She's like, no, we already beat it.
We already won. We beat the game.
And she wouldn't play with me
No,
anymore. So that
done.
was...
We beat the game.
Anybody out there that plays games, I know you're cringing right now. I feel your pain.
We beat the game.
I absolutely feel your pain.
We played said game. We conquered. We achieved. We won. Done. Why would I play again?
But yeah, so that was
right
the first
after
one.
Winning.
That was the first one we tried. And I realized, like, hey, she can do isometric games. We did that one. Then we tried the Torchlight 2.
Mean?
It's that overhead angled view like that.
Yeah.
So then we did that. And then we tried Torchlight 2, which we had a lot of fun with.
We did have a lot of fun.
It's so great. She likes playing warrior type. She
I
likes
like playing a style that I never would have imagined that I like. I like to just wear a lot of armor and then see bad guys and go, I'm going to get you. And I just bolt in and flail around, and I still don't really know what I'm doing, so I just push a bunch of buttons and hope for the best.
Which is literally 100% my same play style in every game.
And I always tease you about it, but then that's like exactly what I want to do.
Exactly what she does.
So when he plays with me, he has to...
I do something ranged.
He has to do something, yeah.
Well, I would probably do a healer in most games, but we don't play anything that has like typical healers in it, so I just do something ranged.
Ranged, whatever. That's when you have like for people that aren't gamers, it's like you have a gun or a bow and you stand back, and I would still try to run in with my gun or bow, and he's like, you know what, we're gonna just trade, and you're gonna be the warrior or whatever it's
You're not
called.
Supposed to beat them over the head with your bow. That's
and
not
I
it.
would try so hard.
You would try so hard. Yeah, then we did Torchlight 2 for a while. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
The computer room, and that was the apartment. The computer room was really small, really cramped, really hot. And we just, both the computers running back there was just, and it was like summer.
We played middle of summer.
Yeah. We didn't have central air.
No.
In that
we
apartment.
had a little fan and it did not do much.
Miserable, so we didn't play much. Now we got central air and windows and everything, so it might. But now we got on the Switch.
We got
so we
the
play
good stuff. We got the windows that open and stuff.
It's good AC.
It's a good AC.
It gets cold. But yeah, we got it on the Switch to try that out. And then whenever Minecraft Dungeons,
That was so much
Legends.
fun. I can't
Which
believe
one was
I
it?
don't remember what it was called.
Dungeons or Legends,
Dungeons or
whichever one.
Legends.
One's coming out, one has been out for a minute. We played out for a little bit. Same type of game.
So fun.
Isometric top downs. And then we did those the Laura Croft
I
ones
didn't
for a
like
little
Lara
bit.
Croft.
You didn't?
No,
See, I liked those.
I didn't like that game.
But you did play them a little bit.
I played because you really liked it and you wanted
Yeah.
me to. I didn't play because I wanted to.
But still, you could play it. So, I mean, there's some.
Kind of. I didn't enjoy it though.
Yeah.
At all.
But the Minecraft one was a lot of fun. We should play more of that one.
And I want to still beat It Takes Two.
Yes, we do.
Because I had a lot of fun when we played that.
That was fun. We're not going to remember the controls. It's going to be real
No,
bad.
we're probably going to have to restart it.
Darn. But
Which
it was
is funny
fun.
because I said darn but we didn't beat it.
Yeah.
It's different.
Didn't beat it. It's different. It is. It totally is. Diablo 4 is coming out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the same kind of game?
Kind of. I don't know.
Or is it not something that I'll play?
I don't know. It looks like something.
All right, I'll have to take a look at it and see.
The one thing that's kind of weird is they're not doing procedural generation on the levels anymore. So it's a static world. I don't know how that's going to go.
Okay,
we'll
now in English?
Procedurally generated means that level is different every single time because it generates it as you go.
I thought that's how they used to do it.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and they're not doing
They're not
it this
doing that.
time.
They're going to do a
that's
static
weird.
world,
I
so
don't
it's
know
always
that
going
I
to be the
like
same.
that.
Yeah, right.
That's very weird.
You're going to memorize it and just
then
fastest course through. I don't know.
Well, and that's another thing. That's why you said that you could play the game again whenever after.
Because it's different
I
every
said
single
we beat
time.
it because you literally have it's the same game but not really because you.
It's different.
Yeah, that kind of confused me.
Minecraft Dungeons is like that too. Whichever Minecraft we were playing is like that too. It's all procedurally generated. So every time you go through, it's different.
Interesting.
But yeah, the new Diablo is not going to be like that. So I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be almost more of an MMO that's isometric. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be.
No,
I don't know.
I
I've
don't
lost
like
a lot of faith in Blizzard over the past 5 years.
That sucks because weren't they
they were
huge
yeah. They were them.
They were them.
They were them.
Trying to think if we have any other updates or anything that we can chitty chat about.
I don't know. There's been a lot of video game talk.
I know. You.
Yeah. Sorry.
I've been playing Animal Crossing. I restarted because when I talk video games, I talk Animal Crossing. I restarted my Animal Crossing island again.
She is a chronic restarter on
I
Animal
am.
Crossing.
So
her favorite parts is the beginning. So
my favorite part of the game is starting, meeting new characters, picking the weeds, getting yourself established and set up. And then once you hit 5-star island, there's nothing really to do. You've achieved everything you can in the game and I get bored. And I want to keep playing, so I restart my island after I hit 5 stars every time. I have started to cheat, though, because I get annoyed with the whole money situation, so I do save all of my money.
she takes all of her money over to my island and just fills a beach full of 14 million bells.
It was 17 million this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a beach is just bags of money.
So even though I start the game fresh, I still have the money. I go to his island because on the second day you can fly to another island. So I go to his island and I get all my money and I buy good tools. And usually I save some wood and iron because you need a lot of that to start the game. But otherwise, at first I felt like that was cheating and I didn't want to do it. But now it's just whatever.
It's your game.
I can play however I want. So
yeah, my island has been pretty much untouched for at least a year now.
Unless I play.
Unless you play it.
I don't do anything for you on your island. I don't talk to villagers. I don't do anything because I'm I literally just have to log in as you and get down to the airport and open the airport and let myself in and then do my stuff and then I'm done.
But I did make you talk to Pashmina.
You did make me talk to Pashmina on your island, yes. Yeah, so I started my island over again. It is called Sassafras.
Sassafras, because that's her.
Aaron
She's
likes
a
to tell
spicy
me
girlfriend.
he likes to tell me I'm a spicy girlfriend. I'm sassy. And
She's Sassafras.
sometimes he's like, hey, Sassafras. So I was like, oh, that would be a cute name for an island.
Your online name used to be Paprika, and I was like, that is the wrong spice. You are not Paprika. You are Sassafras because you are so sassy.
Yeah. So
that's where Sassafras came from.
That's where Sassafras came from. And Sassafras is now the name of my island.
Mm-hmm.
And I have all new islanders that I've never had before.
Yeah, you have some weird ones too that I've never seen before.
There's only, 5 of them right now? No. Yes.
Yeah, because you would have got the 2 originals and you built
I
the
had the
first
2
3
originals
houses.
and built the first 3 houses.
Yeah.
My place where Mr. Nook stays.
Oh, resident
Services.
Yeah.
It's being built today.
Being built today. Okay.
So tomorrow he'll be there and I'll get...
You have Isabel then, right?
Yeah. Isabel will start tomorrow and then I can find out how many stars I have in my island. And then I can also...
She'll start her day drinking.
She'll start her day drinking and I'll get to build the campsite tomorrow.
There you go.
And then that means Monday I'll have my 6th camper.
See, she has this shit down to a science.
I've restarted so many times. I could tell you day to day how it goes.
Down to a science.
But I love it.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's all that
and I
matters.
used to feel guilty when I would restart my island because I'm like, oh, whatever. But now it's like, I used to think, oh, I put so much work into this. But it's like, I put so much quote unquote work into it, but I'm never going to want to touch it again because there's nothing to do. Like my mom plays, and she loves to like redo her island and redecorate it and rebuild it and remodel and do all this stuff. And she loves her villagers. And I had no villagers that I like felt really like attached to. And I hate change. So I hate redoing my island because then I always
You're
regret
always
it.
unhappy with it.
I'm always unhappy with it. So I'm like, you know what? Rather than do all that and then end up hating it anyway, I'm just going to restart my island because I get to start completely fresh.
Yeah,
so
that's what you do.
That's what I do. So I just restarted. So I'll probably be doing another one next 4 or 5 months.
I was going to say 5 to 6 months. So somewhere
5 to
in there,
6 months. I usually do about 2 a year.
Yeah, I just haven't touched mine for a while.
I wish you would because I loved when we played. But I understand that you don't want to. It's okay.
And then on New Leaf, we had both restarted whenever we had gotten our last DSs. It was fun for me for like 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do all this over again. That's the stuff that you like, but
That's my favorite part. Like,
it's
I love
the collector in me. I hate having to recollect everything in the museum.
That to me is exciting because you get to like do it all over again and see how long it takes you because it doesn't take me as long anymore. And like, me. And the only thing that drives me crazy when I restart
the coelacanth.
Screw that fish. No,
she used to just catch coelacanths all the time.
I had one island where every time it rained, I could catch 3 or 4 coelacanths. And
crazy.
Those things, if you don't play Animal
They're like
Crossing,
the rarest.
are like one of the rarest things. I want to say animals, but you're an animal. You have animal residence, but they're like one of the hardest
things to catch
in the game.
She would just, oh look, I got another one. Like it was like
and
commonplace.
He's like, oh my god, I'm like, how? And I'm like, I don't know, it's just right there.
Oh, I got another
Every
one.
time because they only come out when it rains or snows.
Yeah,
and
when it precipitates.
And they're very, very, very uncommon. And I had one island that every single time it rained, I would catch 2 or 3. I'm like, haha, I got another one.
Yep.
It was odd when I wasn't catching them.
It was. And then your next island, you could not catch
my next island. I didn't catch a single one.
No.
And I have trouble now. Like now it's normal.
Normal.
But I did just catch one in this game.
You're like,
fairly early on, which was nice.
Got it last night.
I got it last night.
Yep,
it was last night. The only thing that kind of frustrates me is because I also do like to collect things and get that. So because I've restarted so many times, I always play until I have all of the fossils donated. But I have yet to be able to collect all of the fish and all of the bugs. They come out in certain times of the year, and I'm not playing a full year, so I'm not collecting.
I'm pretty sure both of mine are complete.
I'm pretty sure both of yours are.
I think the only part of my museum that isn't complete is the art, and I'm about 2/3 on the art.
You're really close on the art.
Then I just stopped playing.
You don't have 2 anymore.
What?
You don't have 2 anymore. You only have 1.
Yeah. What did I say?
I thought you said on both of yours. Maybe not.
I meant, what did I mean? On both. I don't know what I meant.
He used to have 2. But
I used to juggle 2 islands on 2 different switches for a while.
But then we got rid of the other switch.
Yeah, we got rid of one and I downsized to an OLED as soon as the OLEDs came out.
It's beautiful. And I finally got one.
Yes.
I love it so much. It's so nice. It's so pretty.
We keep upgrading switches. It's terrible.
We do.
But they hold their value pretty good.
They hold their value pretty good, and we use them like every day almost. Like I use mine every single day.
It's a fantastic platform.
But I only play
Nintendo's first party games.
I only play Animal Crossing on it. I really can't wait for the next Animal Crossing game to come out. I don't know if they're going to or when they're going to. I haven't either, but I really, really.
But I know that they said that the last update was the last big update.
That's why I think that a new one's coming, but it might not come for like 5 years.
Might be a couple years. I have a feeling we're probably not going to see a new one until we see a new console.
Oh.
And God knows when we're going to see a new console because they're just milking that Switch. It still sells.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it sells and it's amazing.
Like
and it's still fairly expensive for a console. Yeah, like it never went down in price.
Well, OLED went up $50 for the new display.
And I bought it.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
It's
so pretty.
For handheld mode, it's just amazing. It's very nice.
It's gorgeous.
I broke one of my Joy-Cons last night because we both had 2 white OLEDs, and that thing that she had said about leaving well enough alone that I can't do.
It's ridiculous.
So I had an old pair of Joy-Cons they were originally the gray Joy-Cons that were from my original Switch, and they got stick drift on them, and I'd replaced them. And then after I replaced them, I decided to try swapping out the sticks. And I was like, well, if I got to take everything apart to replace the sticks, I might as well get new cases for it. So I got transparent blue cases for it, and I had everything switched. It was great for a while. But then we both had white OLEDs. So I was like, to differentiate, I'm going to get transparent, like the white transparent cases. And then it's still going to be all white. Blah, 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 blah. So last night I tried to pull apart the old blue controllers to swap them into the white cases. And I broke one of the shoulder buttons. Like broke one of the, like the actual like little button that clicks broke into like 3 pieces. And then I lost one of the 3 pieces. So that shoulder button is dead.
I'll just have to get a new one.
But it looks really good.
It does look pretty
It looks
good.
really good. But yeah, I broke it. Broke the crap out of it.
Can't leave well enough alone.
I can't.
Finnegan is curled up and sleeping in the bathroom.
That's because
on the rug.
It's so freaking warm.
It is warm in there.
In the lower bathroom, there's no heater vent. The heater just dumps heat underneath the tub.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a gap in the wall beside the tub that it comes out
But he
of.
doesn't lay by there. He lays back against the wall, but he leans up against the tub. So
Because the tub gets super warm. It's so amazing in the winter because the whole tub is heated. And it's nice. You climb in there and your feet is all toasty and stuff. And it's yeah. So he's found out that it's a heated tub. So he likes to spend.
I'm surprised he doesn't get in the tub and lay in.
He hasn't figured it out yet.
He hasn't figured it out, but I'm sure if he could, he will.
Yeah. Once he figures it out. I love that feature of that tub. See, there's 8 million little things like that I just fucking love about this house. That we have a ghetto heated tub downstairs for in the winter. Oh, I love it so much. It's my favorite thing. Yeah.
So he's sleeping there. Gizmo was curled up sleeping on the steps.
She's been there the whole time. She's been about halfway up the steps.
I loved her up and smushed her head.
Now she's got pink
thing all over, so she's got to clean. And Bubs is laying in the hallway close to the front room and staring into the front room and wouldn't acknowledge when I was talking to him.
He wants to be in the front room, but he needs to keep an eye on where we're at in case we do something fun suddenly. Bubs has always been like that. If we split up, he has to find some place in the middle where he can keep an eye on both rooms. Yeah.
He's really sweet.
He is. He always has to be around us. Wherever we're at, he's there. Usually annoying.
Like he's not now, but I think that's because he
really wants to be in the front room.
He does.
They were very helpful yesterday while I was cleaning. Gizzard was terrified of the vacuum, but she would just wait and then dart underfoot while I was trying to clean. And Bubs was just getting in the road, wandering from room to room.
Because he's Bubs.
And he'll sit there like he's a little afraid of the vacuum, but not really afraid of the vacuum, but then it gets too close and he gets all pissy and it's just ridiculous.
He gets more mad at it than he does like he's scared of it.
It's like, buddy, you knew I'm coming at you. And then Finnegan was just trying to climb up as high as he could on everything to supervise. They were just driving me absolutely batty yesterday.
I got a text message at work and it just said, "How many cats did you expect to have when you get home?" And I'm like, uh-oh.
That was really
I wanted to respond 5.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one. But yeah, usually it's easier in the summer because I can just lock them in the catio and get everything done. And then I have to vacuum the catio and then they get all annoyed. But it was too cold yesterday to lock them out.
It was really cold yesterday.
And Finnegan has mostly given up on our early mornings because we get up at like 6 during the week. And he'll wake up, he'll eat, and then he'll go back to bed. And then she was worried about him earlier this week.
I thought he was sick.
He must be sick. He's just laying upstairs in his blanket. Oh, no, he's fine. And then like 8, 9 o'clock, he comes moseying on down to, "Hey, what can we get into today?" It's like, yeah, he's just decided he hates our sleep schedule. He's just sleeping on his own schedule. That's all it is.
But then on the weekends when he can sleep in,
he woke us up
this morning at 10 till 6. He was like, "All right, breakfast, let's go.
Yeah,
wake up."
He's a jerk. He'll fit in. He fits in well.
He fits in very well. So I had to fake him out. I got out of bed and walked, like put 2 feet into the...
Yeah, that's what you did.
Yeah, because he won't leave. Like when I got up to go to the bathroom this morning, I got out of bed and he didn't jump down and run into the bathroom until I had like 2 steps into the hallway, and then he's like, "Oh," and he like bolted in. So when I got up the second time, he laid in bed. Well, laid wherever he was. Like he was at the bottom of the bed at that point. But he does not lay to cuddle. He will not cuddle.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to take 2 steps out into the hallway, and then he bolted into the bathroom, and then I went, "Sorry, buddy." And then I took 2 steps back into the bedroom and closed the door, and he just looked at me so betrayed.
I was half awake for this, but I didn't open my eyes, but I heard stuff happening, but I didn't know what was happening. I heard the door shut and was like, huh. And then I fell back asleep.
He was so bad.
He was very bad.
He was scratching at my dresser, and then he jumped up on the dresser and walked around the dresser, and then he jumped onto the bed.
I remember that.
And then that's when I'm like, yeah, I'm not putting up with this anymore.
I remember him landing on the bed and being like, "Oh, a cat just landed on the bed." Okay.
I was done.
And it's too heavy to be Gizzard because she's still in the basement.
I was not in the mood for squeaks and shenanigans at 6 o'clock in the morning.
There have not been any more fat squirrel incidents.
No more squirrels.
It's kind of sad, but...
I saw a black kitty running around the yard the other day.
Yes, you did. I remember you saying... I didn't see it, but I remember you saying about it.
And we have a big orange friend.
Yeah, I've seen him quite a bit around. Yeah, he's been running around.
We haven't had... What was his name?
Mitch.
We haven't had Mitch.
I haven't seen Mitch in a while.
I have a feeling Mitch might be gone.
Maybe. Mitch was in rough shape.
Mitch
looked rough.
Looked really rough. He was such a good cat. I mean,
we don't even
know if he was a good cat.
I don't think he was a good cat.
I liked him, though.
He looked like a big old wide-ranging Tom. He was rough.
He probably has lots of babies around. In fact, all of the cats that we've been seeing might
probably
be
are
his.
Yeah. Lots of babies and lots of war stories, I would imagine.
Yeah, that cat was rough.
He looked really rough.
He was not friendly.
Kitties.
I love cats.
So many kitties.
Catties.
The weather's been ridiculous. I think it's been ridiculous everywhere, but it was like in the 60s.
It has been ridiculous everywhere. Isn't it snowing in California?
It did, yeah, like last week or week before.
That's crazy.
Your brother said it didn't hit him, but it hit near him. But yeah, it was like in the 60s this week, and now there's snow on the ground this morning.
I wore like a t-shirt to work the other day and walked to work in a t-shirt and was completely comfortable. And then yesterday I was bundled up in a sweatshirt and a winter jacket and had to have my hood up because it was so cold on my way to work.
It's ridiculous.
And it was like I could see my breath and I was like shivering. Like I was cold, on my walk to work.
It was cold yesterday.
Weather's stupid.
Like not even
There's
like
snow on the
cold.
ground. Like it's just cold.
It's dumb. It's all
Very
dumb.
dumb. I think we're supposed to get snow.
I didn't vote for this.
No. We're supposed to get snow and cold
Off and on
pretty
all
much
week.
off and on all this week.
Yeah, March is shit in the bed this year.
That's what March always does, though. This is March.
Yeah, but this is shit in the bed hard.
At least it's the beginning.
Yeah, we got high of 55 on Friday and snow on Saturday.
Is this comes in like a lion and out like a lamb? Is that March?
That is March.
So I think it is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
still...
At first I was worried because it was coming in like a lamb, but it's not anymore.
We'll
it doesn't know what
goes.
it's doing. It's just
that damn groundhog fucking up everything like you do.
But it still makes me sad because he's obviously going to see his shadow.
Obviously, it got 8 million lights on
8
him.
trillion lights on him, focused right on him, and there's all those people. Of course, the poor thing's going to be terrified.
Like he sees the shadow and runs back in. No, he sees you motherfuckers are on the back.
He's like, I don't want to. He's like you.
Yeah,
You poke your head outside and go, it's outsiding.
Like,
I don't want to be out there.
No.
Every morning I open the door to leave, and you like peek out and make this face, like this, that face. Yes. And I giggle, and then I go to work.
I don't like it.
I know you.
It's cold too. I don't like that.
True.
Combination.
At least if it was like summer and warm, you'd at least be like, oh. He doesn't say words. He just makes noises.
I really don't. I don't.
It's very rare that he speaks.
I
He gets all of his speaking in for the week, making this podcast with me, and then the rest. Prior to that, you didn't even speak at all. So this is more speaking than you've ever done in your life.
This is taking legitimate, conscious effort to.
Because normally it's just grunts and yeah.
There's still a lot of those too. I always notice that whenever I'm editing, there's a whole lot of me in the background. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that fish tank light. He seems like it. He might be living his best horror movie life. I made myself sad last night.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was so dumb.
It's very dumb, but it's so us. It hurt.
I came downstairs with Gizzard to turn off the fish and give her second dinner. And we came over to the small tank. I turned it off, and then we were heading over to the big tank, and she was trucking along in front of me. So I reached down, picked her up, up in the air with her, and she started flailing like she does because she's like, no, the food's down there. So she started flailing, and I put her back down, and I stood up and looked, and the orange fish was just sitting in his tank looking at me. And I was like, oh man, what if he's the one? What if he's the animal in this house that is just longing to be picked up and held aloft and cuddled? What if the fish is the one that wants all the cuddles and the kitties are the ones that get it and he can never have it, and he's just sitting there looking out like, when will my time come, man? And I made myself sad. I know he's not.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. But it's just like the idea popped in my head.
He could be the one that he just, all he wants, all he longs for in his life.
All he longs for
is to be cuddled and to be held
aloft.
And to see the world around him.
Yeah.
It's sad.
And this damn fish is like 14 inches. He's the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, he's huge.
He's massive. It'd be very easy to get your hands on him and lift it. I don't think he would like it.
He'd be heavy.
He would be. He'd be
a hefty little sir.
Big old chunking fish.
Not quite as hefty as Bub.
And when we got him, he was the size of a quarter.
He was.
Both
real
of those.
tiny. Yeah.
Because that's not Hoover. That's
Kirby.
Kirby, yes. We name all of our sucker fish after vacuum cleaners.
They're the only ones that actually get named.
Yeah, they get named
if
after
we name other fish fish, they die.
Yeah.
But
So we got Kirby in there. Then we got Dirt Devil and Roomba in the other tank. That son of a bitch is like 14 or 15 inches, and he was the size
big.
of a quarter when we got him too.
That's a big boy tank.
He's a big boy tank. They're sketchy.
They are sketchy.
I don't like putting my hand in that tank.
No.
That's the aggression tank.
But they're not aggressive toward us.
Not towards us or towards. Well, they are a little towards each other. But
sometimes I think they play.
Maybe
not. But they don't. They're not really aggressive to each other.
They're territorial.
They are, but they've figured it out. They can be in the same. Yeah. It's because they know they can't hurt each other.
Yeah, exactly.
They're too big, and they are just not. But it's the aggression tank. That's the tank that when the fish was bad, it got put in that tank. And now there's only 2.
Well, the aggression tank was the old 55 gallon. Yeah. And then they just outgrew that, so we had to go to a bigger tank.
So now we have a 175 gallon or whatever the hell it is.
150, I think. 135, 150.
No, it's at least 150.
With 2 big old honking fish in it. And they are taking up a 150 gallon tank. Yeah. They're big old monsters. Yeah. And that tank gives me so much anxiety.
I hate that tank. Yeah. I was so mad when you said we wanted it. I did not want it.
We needed a home for your big old fish.
I did not want it, and I still do not want it.
I was just talking to Paul about it last week.
I don't even particularly. I feel bad, but I really don't care about the fishes.
You never come down. You never see them.
I used to like them a whole lot.
When they were in the living room.
Yeah, when they were in the living room, I really liked them. But now I just don't really care about them. I'd rather just not, because then I just get annoyed when it's like, oh, we have to clean the fish tanks.
And we do have to clean the fish tanks.
I know. It annoys me.
Yeah.
And it's not hard, and it doesn't take very long.
And we have fun doing it.
We do, because we usually have music playing and we're silly and dumb. But it's just, I don't want to.
Yeah. We do have to do it
interest.
again,
I have no interest in any of the fish at all.
They're looking rough.
Like those 2 are boring. They don't do anything.
I think Kirby's boring. The orange fish has a lot of personality because you can wiggle at him. He wiggles back.
That's true.
Yeah, the red-tailed shark over here, I'm surprised he's still kicking. He's looking
looking kind of rough. He's old. I'm pretty sure he's old though, because we got him from
your boss.
From my old boss.
Don't know how old he was when we got him.
They had him for quite a while.
And
That's how we got Bluefish too.
We had him. Yeah, I miss Bluefish.
Bluefish was awesome.
He was super awesome. He was a Jack Dempsey. He was so pretty.
And he was old when he died, because my old boss had him for quite a few years prior. Yeah, I think that might have been my favorite fish that we had.
I really liked him. I was sad when we lost him.
I actually think I would rather have one of those again than have this. And I really want a parrotfish, and I know you don't want me to, but I really want one because they're so cute.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think my perfect tank. I don't know. I'm trying to think if at some point I want to just scale down and have 1 tank again.
Same here.
I don't want to have 2. And I think I would rather just keep the small one, the small big one, because it's 75 gallon, 55. I think I'd rather have that one and not have the real big one. Put that where the real big one is.
But that big one just fits there so well.
It does fit there so well, but it makes me really nervous, and I don't. I want, and I like that one because Dad made that base, so it's the one that we've always had. So like in my family. So I think get rid of the really big one, get rid of those fish. I mean, not get rid of them, wait until they die. But then
they're probably going to outlive us.
Well, then we might just get rid of them and then just keep that tank. Like once everything dies in that tank, which we're close to it. That sounds awful, but we are close to it. We don't have many fish in that tank.
We've got the 2 little suckers. We've got the loach, and we've got the red-tailed shark. That's all that's left in that tank.
That's all that's left in that tank. And they're all fairly old, so they're going to be dying here shortly. I mean, that sounds awful, but it's true. I think once everything goes in that tank, we clean that tank out real good, get a new background, maybe new rocks, like kind of just redo the whole, like revamp it, do the whole thing. And then either big goldfish, because the goldfish were neat when we had goldfish. Just a couple like...
I loved goldfish.
Just a couple big pop-eyed goldfish or just any kind of like goldfish. Just do a goldfish tank because they are messy, but we have a much bigger...
I run overfiltration on the fish tanks.
We have a much bigger filter, and then it can be cold, so we don't have to worry about heating them. So we don't have to worry about keep replacing those when they die.
We had a run of bad luck with heaters.
So I think just either a big goldfish tank or a Dempsey tank.
I just love the idea of a 150-gallon tank that's just full of goldfish.
Well, we can't fit a whole bunch in, though.
No, we can't. But I think with the 50-gallon, we can only fit like 2 or 3. With a 150-gallon, we could fit like 5, maybe.
I'm thinking 5. I think 5 would be perfect. Just 5 big goldfish. You get to pick 2, I pick 2, and we agree on 1.
That'd be fun.
So if we bought another Jack Dempsey, right? If we bought another Jack Dempsey, it would have to be big enough that it could fit in that tank to not be eaten.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
Because it's hard to find them fully grown.
Yeah, and they're expensive.
But
for
I don't
it to
want
be
to
big enough
wait.
to not be eaten, it would be expensive.
I don't want to wait for it to be like I don't want to buy it little and then wait for it to get big enough.
Well, our Jack Dempsey, I looked up the like general price on it, and our Jack Dempsey at the size that he was at would have been like $350.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm saying. They're expensive.
Oh, I was
fish.
thinking like 50.
Yeah, no, they're expensive.
Oh
fish.
shit!
Big fish are expensive.
Can we sell these guys? Can we sell orange fish?
I don't think we can. I mean, we could find like a buyer. We could probably sell them, but our best chance would be to like surrender them to a fish place like an aquarium. We don't have one in town anymore. We'd have to travel with them, so that's why I've never.
I feel bad, but I just don't. I mean, I'd keep Hoover because Hoover doesn't do much. I don't think he would eat other fish.
He's in there because he ate all of our mollies.
I know. Yeah, he ate all of the molly. Like alive.
That's not Hoover. That's Kirby.
Kirby, yeah.
Hoover sucked the fins off of our goldfish.
Hoover sucked the fins off of the gold, or not the fins, the scales off of the goldfish.
The scales off of the goldfish.
And
he ate all of the mollies.
He ate all of the mollies.
And nobody would believe it.
Because they're like, no, they're not aggressive fish. They get along with everything. You can put them in it. Nope,
I caught him with a half-dead molly chomping away on it.
We caught him with a freshly dead. Like and it was
it wasn't
perfectly.
Dead yet.
It wasn't. Yeah, it
was still half alive.
It was awful. So they do eat fish.
Rule of thumb with fish, if you didn't know, is if it can fit in another fish's mouth, that's where it will end up.
Even if it's not like a typically aggressive fish.
They're opportunists when it comes to eating. And they will eat anything.
Yeah, but I would preferably like to just get rid of all of the fish and just have I
don't know. I'd bounce back and forth between different ideas because that little nook, if that tank wasn't there, it would also be nice to set up like a counter in there and just set all this up and have that for podcasting over
and
there.
Then we could just keep that tank there and then or we could move that tank here. No, it's not quite wide enough.
Maybe a 30-gallon here. We could bring a 30-gallon out. I don't want to add. No. Downsize this to the 30-gallon.
Oh no, that would be all right.
Yeah.
Then we can.
We're not adding a 30-gallon.
We could have like 2 goldfish.
The fish that are still alive here.
Oh well, and then when they die, well, not. We'll have to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah.
I really would rather just give them up.
Yeah, well, I don't want to surrender. I like the orange fish. But
he's the one I really, really, really wanted, and I'm just like about him. Like
you never see him. He's all right fish. I wouldn't trust putting any other fish in there with him, but I would never get another Oscar though.
No.
He just does whatever he wants in that tank. I gave up trying. I fell
in love with an Oscar at a Chinese restaurant that I went to. They had one and he was the only fish in the tank. But he was
small.
He was smaller than ours.
They grow so fast.
He was familiar with people. Like he was used to having people. Yeah. He enjoyed people. So you would walk in and he would like swim up to the thing and he would like look at you and like that. No, but this one was as soon as you walked into the Chinese restaurant, he was there. And they had the bench where you sat to wait for your food right in front of him. So he loved people. Like he enjoyed people. He was used to people. Our orange fish doesn't. He'll come and look at you, but he was nothing like that other fish. Like I loved that. And that's why I wanted one. But this one's big and kind of a dick and scares me.
This is a flame Oscar too. So Oscars are aggressive to begin with, and then his species of Oscar or subspecies or whatever is like the more aggressive
of the
aggressives.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Fish are the worst.
Fish are weird. Like
if anybody out there is ever thinking about getting fish, just go buy a cat and live your life.
They're a lot of work, and you have to really be careful what kind of breeds you put together because a lot of them will be aggressive toward each other, or they can be sad and they'll die because they need friends.
Sad, yeah.
You have certain fish that need to have more than one. You have certain fish that you have to keep them in pairs, like because they have to.
And you have certain fish that you have to keep like odd numbers of.
If you have even numbers, they fight. It's so weird. And you have schooling fish and you have fish that don't want more than 2 or don't want more than 3. Yeah, it's just insane. And
that's how we ended up with a lot of our secondhand fish.
Yes,
people would buy them.
People would buy them and then they would fight with the other fish, or they would. That's how we ended up with bluefish.
That's how we ended up with
bluefish. He had a fish that was very aggressive toward him, and he was very aggressive to the other fish that they had, and the other fish was very expensive. Yeah. So he's like, I don't want this fish. I can't have him. Take him.
And he gave us a tank and everything.
He's the one that gave us the huge tank.
Well, no. He gave us the other 55 gallon for the bluefish.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
And then whenever he was getting rid of this tank, he gave it to us because the Jack Dempsey had outgrown the 55 gallons.
But he didn't give us,
took 3. I was talking to Paul about this tank just this
No,
past
wait, he
weekend.
did give us the Jack Dempsey.
He did
I'm
give
so
us the Jack
confused. I forget the names of the fish.
Yeah, he gave us the Jack Dempsey. He gave us a red-tailed shark. Yeah, I'd been
He
talking to
wanted
Paul.
to give us a sucker fish, but I was like, no,
No.
because that thing was huge.
Yeah.
It was like 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
It was huge. I'm like, I do not want it. No.
No.
It was a cool looking fish, but no.
I'm sure. They are cool-looking fish.
Sucker fishes are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really miss having the boys.
The Corys, yeah. The Corys are awesome.
Corys can't live with goldfish, can they?
No, temperature differences.
That's the only thing. I would be happy if we could just have a fish tank full of Corys because they're so cute.
We almost did there at one point.
We did. We had like 12 or something.
They are
and then
cool.
all the mollies died.
Yeah.
I still think just big ass goldfish.
Big ass goldfish.
Yeah, not
They're
like
so
the
cool.
little tiny like feeder goldfish. I
No.
want like a big ass fancy
The
tail
big ass
goldfish.
fancy
Yeah.
goldfish are just, yeah.
They're really cute.
They are. They're so
and they're
derp.
fun. And they are derp.
They're
but
such
they're so
derp
much fun.
fish. Like, do-do-do-do-do.
This is a really interesting podcast. We didn't end up doing anything that we said we were
No,
going to do.
video games and fishes.
Video games and fish tanks.
Welcome to Talking with Fishes.
We should change the title of our thing based
Talking
on
with
what we're
fishes.
talking about. Like talking with fishes, talking with kitties, talking with video games. Nah. It's talking with
Talking
kitties.
with
but
kitties always.
Talking with kitties and then / fishes this week.
Maybe.
We're just talking with kitties and then whatever we're going to talk
And
about.
fishes. Talking with kitties about fishes. Talking with fishes about kitties.
I mean, Finn does love the fish.
He does.
That's
love the
one
fish.
real, but he doesn't want to eat them. Like
No,
he
he just
doesn't
wants
want
to
to
watch.
hurt
He's
them. He
just
just
so-
likes to. He's so intrigued by
Ooh, look
watching
at
them.
This is so cool.
None of the other cats care about them at all.
No.
But Finn just loves.
Gizzard used to. I used to find paw prints. Like she'd jump up and like try to get at them. I haven't
Yeah.
found any of
But
those for a while.
I don't think she was intrigued. She wanted
I
them.
think she wanted to eat them.
Yes.
Like, hello.
Like Gizzard wanted to eat them.
I am Gizzard the murder
she's
bot.
Yeah, she really kind of is. Like she's
She's the Jack Dempsey of the cats.
She's the Jack Dempsey of the cat. I mean, she loves us. She doesn't want to hurt us.
She's pretty bitey.
When she plays or when you pick on her.
I don't think that's playing.
No. Gizmo's a very friendly kitten.
No, she's not at all. Bosco's a very friendly kitten.
So Bosco is definitely the friendliest. He is the
Out of
most
the-
cuddly. He is
Absolutely.
the most
He always has
lovable.
to be with us, yeah.
He genuinely, we are his people. He
Mhm.
wants to be with us. He loves us.
Finnegan's warming up to us.
Finnegan is warming up to us, but Finn is more, he does his own thing, and occasionally he'll be like, oh, where are you guys at? Oh, all right, that's where you're at.
Okay,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
okay,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
going to
over
go
here.
hang over here
Yeah.
now. Gizmo is definitely the odd man out.
Oh, yeah.
She is the true definition of when people think of cats.
She's
Like,
aloof
I don't want
and-
cats because they're aloof and they don't care
That's
about you.
Gizzard,
That's
yeah.
Gizmo.
all day. She is not friendly at all. She is the least friendly of the three.
But she can be. And I think that's what
Yeah.
makes her special. Like,
well, she's special, all right.
no, come on, hear me out. When she decides she
Mhm.
wants your attention and your love, you feel so good.
That's
Because
true.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm like, she is gracing me with her presence.
Yeah,
and she
that's
never
exactly it.
she never does it with me, like hardly ever. Like maybe 3 times
It's
since
like,
we've had her.
I have a cat on me. I have
Yeah.
a gizzard on me.
But it's like when Gizzard decides that she'll let you pet her,
Yeah.
which she does let me do sometimes, or
Mhm.
like let me pick her up and hold her for a couple minutes. It's like, I earned
Yeah.
this. Like
I get that.
She digs me.
Absolutely.
Like Bubs, it's like he only
Like,
makes
oh,
you feel
good,
like,
he's here.
yeah, or he makes you feel like shit because he's like, oh, he doesn't want to hang out with me today. Like, what did I do?
Yeah.
But-
yeah, there's that.
Gizmo, like it's the whole
I just
whole
wanted life.
cat dog thing because like people love dogs because dogs will love you regardless.
Yeah.
They will love you no matter what.
Gizzard, you have to earn it.
All cats you typically have to earn it, but with Gizmo it's not even
Mhm.
earn it. Like it's
You
just
have to earn it like daily.
yeah, like
Mhm.
you and
You start fresh.
you could win. She could decide she likes you, but she still doesn't want to be around you.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I think she tolerates me. I think she loves you,
Well,
but it's just
I think I'm just warm.
maybe.
I'm warm and don't move around much, so.
But I am too, and she doesn't hang with me.
Yeah. I don't know. She's a weirdo.
She's but we love
They're
her.
all weirdos
They
in their
are
own way.
in their own little way.
Yeah.
Everybody's a weirdo in their own way,
Truth.
except for me.
Truth.
He says truth, but rolls his eyes a lot.
I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, we're gonna end on that very normal note.
And we're gonna take a nap.
Gonna take a nap.
And then we're going to wake up from the nap and we're going to put up pegboard, potentially maybe clean fish tank.
Why don't we nail up fish tanks and then potentially change pegboard?
Why don't we just put the pegboard in the fish tanks?
Yes. Boom.
They can hang stuff on
And we
them.
gotta do something with that light.
There's nothing we can do.
What do you mean?
Other than buying a new light bulb.
Well, no, we
what
gotta
else
check.
can you do?
I don't think it's probably not the light bulb. We've been down this
Oh
route.
God,
It's probably the
not
starter.
ballast.
No,
oh,
it's
the
probably
starter.
the starter.
Okay, the starter wouldn't be so bad.
And we got spare starters. I
Do
gotta
we?
pull it apart. Yeah, we got.
Okay.
Probably not the same
didn't
size
think-
that light takes, but we have spare starters.
No, because we have starters for the other tank. We don't have.
We've got starters for
Sure.
like 3 different tanks laying
Oh.
around. So I just have to go through. I have to pull that one off and see what it is.
On that very interesting note,
Yay, we got a busy day.
I'm gonna
So
go take a nap.
yeah. So we got a lot to do, so we're gonna take a nap.
We have to prepare.
Yeah.
For everything we need to do.
Mhm.
No, when we discussed what
You
we were doing
absolutely
this
did.
weekend.
You said
the first
Saturday
thing
was
I
gonna
told
be
you, I said
naps.
Saturday is
Mhm.
going to be a nap day because
You sure
I
did.
was not getting out of my PJs today.
Yep.
I'm not going anywhere. It's supposed to be a cold and crappy day
And it
outside.
is.
And it is.
Mhm.
I didn't want to go anywhere this weekend, and then I forgot that I do have a yoga class that I'm
Tomorrow,
scheduled. It's
yeah.
going to be so nice though because it's the one that's at one of my favorite wineries ever.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But-
so I'm going to come home with wine and a little tipsy tomorrow from yoga.
Mhm.
So I don't want to do the things we need to do tomorrow because I will be tipsy and silly. So maybe tomorrow when I get back, we'll record the other podcast.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see.
I'll be a little silly girlfriend and we'll do Would You Rather.
But yeah, we got to do the.
We got to take a nap. That was all
Yeah,
I
we
said I
got to
wanted
get on
to
the
do.
nap soon, or else your brother's gonna screw it all up with his terrible timing.
He does that every time. Okay, then 1, 2, 3 nap.
1, 2, 3 nap.
Bye. Bye.